Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, pupils. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. How is mommy and daddy? I hope you are helping them and keeping yourself safe. May Allah protect us all and make us to resume back to school successfully. Today, we are going to do something that is very, very interesting. Our topic of discussion for today is electricity. Electricity. Last week, I know it will be bothering you, and you'll be asking a question like this: what is the difference? What is the relationship between ICT and our previous topic? There's a Chinese proverb that goes like this: Chin hin chin, chong hon chong hon. I know you don't know it. Let me translate. If you want to know the future, you must go back to the history or the basics. So that's why we started from the definition of atom. And today we are going to now see what electricity is all about. Before we continue our today's topic, we ought to know what our objectives are. At the end of today, we are expected to be able to list the types of energy, define electricity, state the two types of electricity, and differentiate between the two types of electricity. Let's start with the types of energy. We have different types of energy. We have the chemical energy, electrical energy, heat energy, sound energy, light energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, which is divided into two places here: the gravitational, the elastic potential energy. Having known this, we are now going to now define energy. What is energy? Just like the other forms of energy, electricity is also a type of energy. But this type of energy flows through a conductor. It flows through a conductor. A conductor are material that allow electricity to pass through them, be it metal, wire, copper, iron, aluminium, and the rest. So they are types of conductor. So the electricity can be built up in a place and can also flow from one place to another. They can be built up in a place and also can flow from one place to another. So now let's see the types of electricity. We have two major types of electricity. First one is the static, and the second one is the current or dynamic electricity. Static electricity, the current or dynamic electricity. So what is the static electricity? The static electricity is the electricity that is gathered in a place. I know we all have experienced this a lot whenever we want to open our doors, especially during the Harmattan period or the cold season. You notice that there is usually a spark that will occur, and immediately you remove your hand from the handle of the door. So it is called a static electricity. The electricity is gathered on the handle, and whenever you try to open the door, it will discharge itself immediately. So that's what causes the spark or the charge on your hand. Okay, the other ones are the types of when you rub your hair with balloon. there's this static electricity that will attract the balloon. Remember in the video of the cartoon says like charges repel while unlike charges attract. So let's take for instance, the air is a positive charge and the balloon is a negative charge. So they will attract one another, and again the balloon will now stick to the air. Without you removing it, it will stay on the air for a long period of time. So it is static electricity. So the second one is you rubbing a balloon with your sweater. The sweater and the balloon will attract one another, and there will be a force of attraction between the balloon and the sweater. And I know there's this one that most pupils usually do. They'll rub their biro or their pen on their hair and use it to tap a paper. Whenever this paper is being tapped, it will be attracted to the biro. So that is that about the static electricity. So we now have the second type of electricity, which is the current electricity. The current electricity. And the current electricity is a type of electricity that moves from one place to another. It's a type of electricity that moves from one place to the other. Take a look at this picture. We have a battery and we have the bulb. The wire connected to the battery is a conductor because it might be a copper wire, it might be aluminium. So it's called a conductor. And it allows electron to move from the battery down to the bulb. So you cannot see these electrons except we can always feel it through this bulb. So the electron always moves through this copper wire down to the bulb, and it will move back to the battery. So these are electrons. We cannot see it, but we can always feel it. The next type of current, the next example I want to show you is this also, similar to what we've discussed earlier. The electron always moves from the positive terminal of the battery to now move to the battery, and move to the bulb, then move down to the negative terminal of the battery. And this movement makes the light to glow. And again, it always moves through a conductor. You cannot use a rubber to conduct electricity because rubber is not a conductor. I believe with this few explanation of mine, you'll be able to differentiate between the both types of electricity, and you'll be able to know why we have our light always turned on, our fan rotating, our washing machine working, our dryer, and any other appliance that use what we call electric current. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. And our assignment for today is like this. You are to mention the two types of electricity. I don't know them. I know you know them. Then differentiate between the two types of electricity. I've forgotten it. Please tell me. List 5 forms of energy you know. State the charges of the following. I know this will be a little bit tricky, but you have to watch my next video for you to be able to get the answer. The charge of an electron, charge of a proton, and the charge of a neutron. Thank you once again for watching, and have a wonderful day ahead.